maybe the last CSGO tournament. We're about to... Yavi jumped in on the interview. Hi, Yavi. Obviously, we don't know yet if this is going to be the last ever CSGO event, but potentially we'll have to see what Valve do. I think the most important thing of covering the last CSGO major was that it was a send-off for the game we love. Like, anyone who's followed CSGO, anyone who's been involved in the emotions, what it means, and for it to be in Paris and Vitality to win, you know, it had that like perfect storyline. So for me personally, just to get a major and to be able to be there as a talent is an incredible experience. But for it to be the send-off, like when the video played, to like the emotions, showed us all the past majors, showed us all the crazy clips, you know, the graffitis and stuff. It got me emotional. I remember on the first day when we were in the arena, I started crying after it, you know. So that just shows how amazing CSGO is and what it means to us as people who love the game. My best memory of CSGO for all these years. I would say my best memory for CSGO is the major win for Navi in Stockholm, because Navi's obviously my team, but Simple's a good friend of mine. And I know how much he wanted it. He'd been the best player for a while. He'd put in all this work, but it was like having the right team, having the pieces come together. When they added Bit, we weren't sure what was going to happen. He was a young player, a rookie coming in. He had an amazing rookie year, but this was not just Simple. This was a whole team performance coming out. And when these guys got it, it felt like I'd won a major as well, and I had nothing to do with it. I didn't do anything. I just sat there doing the interview. But I just remember feeling for those guys and for a team I like and follow, how they did it and how they achieved it was incredible. Some of my other good memories, though, I would say is like the Cologne final that was FaZe versus Na'Vi the following year, because that was when we got one of the best best-of-5 finals. Might even be the best best-of-5 final we've ever had in CSGO. And even though Na'Vi lost, that final, just every round, every moment, you were just never sure what was going to happen. It was incredible. So the best crowd I've ever seen is 100% the Rio Major one, but sadly only when Fury were playing, you know, because everyone came, it was packed out, we'd never seen that many people, how passionate they were and how much they loved it. But if I'm saying the best crowd overall for every day of the whole event, it was Antwerp. Antwerp and Paris are very close to each other, but Antwerp was just that little bit bigger. And I remember stepping on stage, and I was doing some of the introductions, doing the interviews, and you could feel, like, it wasn't just feeling the energy, you were feeling the air change because of how many people there were. And I got that same feeling when we were doing the Rio one, but my only thing is, like, the Rio Major could have been the very best if they were in there for every single game, not just Furious. So between Antwerp #1, Paris 2, and then I'll put Rio as 3. It helped me with that, like, very difficult moment in my life because I was able to block it out. I think everyone deals with grief differently, and some people would say, oh, he was stupid or he was crazy, he didn't just like go back and see his family. The thing is, I left the event, I went back, saw my family, went to the funeral, and then I came back to the event. And the reason I came back to the event was being in the apartment that we lived in, being around all that stuff was not good for me. It wasn't healthy. I wanted to be around something that could distract me. And for people as well, some people out there saying like, oh, she was the mum to my child. No, she wasn't. She was just the stepmother. So it wasn't like my son was not there. He was not around, all that kind of thing. So the best place for me was to be back at work. And what have you noticed? I worked not just after the major, but I worked every other event, not just the big events. I worked some smaller events as well, because all I wanted to do was just focus on work and try and deal with this my own way. And Counter-Strike was making me happy. It was giving me a distraction. And that was the beauty in it, of that Counter-Strike could kind of save me in that way. And it was tough. It was hard. I was probably doing things I shouldn't be doing at times as well, not as focused. But I think it would be a lot worse if I didn't have CSGO events to go through during all of that. Like, I remember even there was times I'd just be crying whenever I'm on my own, but when I'm around other people, the players, or I'm at the event, I can almost forget it, you know, and I could feel a little bit stronger even though it was very hard. So everyone has their own way of dealing with these things, but for me, CSGO was the perfect savior in that sense. CS, Counter-Strike, never dies. CSGO was just another version, a very amazing version that gave us memories, which gave us emotions, which has created careers, it's helped people grow, players grow. It's given so much to just people who are fans of the game, who watch it, they come to these venues. It's given us escape from reality. Sometimes people want to escape their past. Some people want to just block out what's going on around their life if it's too much stress or things going on at home. Counter-Strike is a game where you can just get yourself dived into. We have an awesome community. We have an awesome set of rules in a game set, when you can have, like, some people just play deathmatch, some people want Republic, some people want to play Face It, some people want to play matchmaking, but there's something for everyone in it. Some people do jump maps, you know, some people, and CSGO has just given us, for so many years, an incredibly fun experience. And the one thing about CSGO is, you never quit it. And the same with Counter-Strike. Like, you might go play another game and play for a little bit, but you always come back to Counter-Strike. And I think that's going to be the same for CS2, but more new people are going to come as well. So let's see what happens.